at what did you ever get bigger, or it sounds like you started a flipping business. So how did you kind of transition away from, quitting your W-2? First of all, how hard was that to actually go in and, say I'm leaving?
It wasn't very hard. I think looking at the numbers, I felt pretty confident what I was doing was the right thing to do. And for me, the thought process was if I don't do this, if I don't jump into this, I'm going to have a regret for the rest of my life. But
Yep.
if I do this, it doesn't work out. I'm okay with that regret.
Yeah.
But if I don't do it, I don't think I'll be able to live with that regret. So
Yeah.
that was my thought process. And again, I was giving myself a couple of years just to see how it would go. By no means, when I left my job, I had replaced the income that I was making. But I figured I'll give myself a couple of years. If I'm on the right path and it looks promising, then I'll continue. Otherwise, I'll go back and find another job. But things kind of worked out.
Yeah. And how did you and your wife kind of set yourselves up for, taking that leap, right? Because sometimes, people feel like, oh, I can't chase a passion or a dream or something because they don't have like what I call a good financial foundation. You've got your savings, your kind of oh crap fund, you maybe have some other investments and things like that. Did you shift your lifestyle at all to kind of position yourself to be, prepared for, going from having a dual income to having one income plus some rental income?
Yeah, so luckily we didn't have to change our lifestyle. Both my wife and I were living on lower of the two incomes. So when I left
Okay.
my job, it didn't affect our lifestyle, and we had just, both of us had just started working full time. So we didn't have this huge, savings account, but we had enough money saved up to buy like a couple of properties. And then, but the thought process was, I'm going to try it for a couple of years again. We don't have any fancy lifestyle. We were living back then, we were living in a one-bedroom condo, so we could easily
Okay.
afford. We just went in with a thought process of, okay, what's the worst case scenario if this thing doesn't work out? I didn't want to be unfair to my wife, where I wanted to chase my passion, and it affected her lifestyle.
Right.
Not that she would not have been okay with it; she would have totally supported it, but that's something I wanted to be fair, that I wasn't, making her go through something that wasn't right for her.